Alright, welcome back to another video by Firestarter Graphics and Engineering. Today we're going to do something kind of cool, as usual. So let's say you're running a CFD case in Ondsel and finishes, and you see all the graphs of your reporting function of the forces, and you're like, oh, perfect. I need to make sure to save that either by taking a window snippet of it or hitting the save button, and then you get distracted and you come back and you close everything, or Ondsel has crashed after the test, which usually doesn't happen, but let's just say it did, or your laptop turned off or something. Now, how do you get that force graph back? Now, granted, it won't be the same one from Ondsel, but there is a way to get those pretty pictures back, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So navigate to one of your CFDs. So I'm going to do a high Mach number test. Then I'm going to go to the case, and then post-processing, reporting function, 0. Then you have this force.dat. If you right-click, we've done this before, and you go to Edit with Notepad++, you can see all the forces and the amount of iterations, 477, but that doesn't really help us. We don't want to copy and paste all of this and put it in Excel. So what you want to do is download a program called pydatview. This is a Python open source viewer. You can get it from GitHub. It is safe. And it opens up fast files, text files, DAT files that have any type of data. Like you notice this one called TurbSim time series. If you've followed my channel, this is to use TurbSim is a turbulent wind simulator for wind turbine design with OpenFast. And I use pydatview to view all the data from OpenFast. So I wanted to see if it would work with this DAT file. So I grabbed it and file format not detected. So I was trying to figure out why it couldn't detect the format. But then I got an idea of just right-clicking. Actually, before we do that, let's just make a copy and a paste. And then let's just edit the copy. And you're just going to rename it. You're going to get rid of the DAT. And you're just going to do TXT, just a basic text file. And hit yes to change its association. And now we have that. And if you go ahead and drag and drop, voila, now we have our graph. This is the total in x, which is the one we wanted, was the force in x direction. This is the time or the iterations, 474. Bottom right corner right here shows kind of where your cursor is in the coordinate. So 476 iterations, and we have 231, 230-ish as our force, in newtons, drag force at that location. So you can go ahead, you can look at time. Obviously it's linear and constant, or it better be. Total in y, total in z, pressure, so you can have each individual graph. So let's go back to x. Down here you can turn off the grid if you don't want it, turn it back on. You can do different types of graphs, Weeble distribution, fast Fourier transform, but let's stick with the regular. Now from here you can change line thickness, marker size, and you can also save the image. From here you can switch the different type. I just like LS and plain. Down here you have your mean, your standard deviation, your minimum, your max, the range, and then your delta x, which is the timestamp, which is every 1 second. It took I guess with us, there's really no time, I should say. It's just the number of iterations. So there's 1 iteration, 2 iterations, 3 iterations. So each one is 1 apart. So from here you can use the window snipping tool, or that's a quick and dirty way of doing it. You don't have any axis titles, and I don't know. Actually, I haven't even looked if you can put titles on this. It says legend upper right. There's got to be a way to change that and add that. So, but you can either use window snipping tool or use the save button here. But what if you wanted more pretty visuals? Well, if you go to File, Export Table, and we're just going to call it Force Copy. It's going to be in the CFD dump. And then let's go back to that one. You'll notice it's right here. It's an Excel file. So go ahead and double click it. And from here, hit Convert. I'm going to close this little warning. I don't need it. And with my version of Excel right now, if I were to just go straight to Insert, Charts, Scatter Plot with smooth lines, it'll automatically select the data that's there. And then from here, you can change the style and whatnot, and add your access titles and all your fun stuff. But let's say yours doesn't do that. Obviously, what you need to do is just grab, highlight, and then just quickly scroll down. And you don't have to get all the data points. You mainly want to see where it converges and levels out, and that's what's important. So let's go back to chart. Actually, don't do the chart yet. Grab your scroll bar and go all the way to the top so that it puts your chart at the top. And there we go. So I could have done 200 iterations and been just fine because everything's pretty much leveled out by then. So I know there's a way that you can click here and then somehow at the very bottom click your data, or just somehow select all your data without empty cells. It's been a while since I've done that and I forgot how to do that. So you might have to Google that real quick. Anyways, quick and dirty way of getting those graphs back, at least the force graphs. Now for residuals, I don't know yet because I haven't figured out where that data is saved and if it's in an easy file to drag and drop. Like this was, drag into pydatview, export it, bada bing, bada boom, there we go. I don't know if residuals are going to be the same way. It might have to be a little bit more different. However, this is really nice to be able to see each individual graph, which you can also, in Excel if you wanted to. Let's go total in Y. We're just grab this entire column. You could probably double click the column. I forgot about that, but too late. I'm thinking you can just grab that column and then, yeah. And there you go. And plot each individual one, change the style. So, there's that way. No, double clicking ain't gonna work. I know there's a way. Oh, click the actual letter. Now let's see if that actually allows for, yeah, okay, it does. Total NZ, perfect. So, okay. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to show you today. I'll figure out how to do the residuals, and after that, I'll make a video on that. But you know what, I just have an idea. Let's try something. If I click A, then hold, click it once, hold Control, click each individual. Let's see if this works. It should. Haha, okay, that worked too. Easier way to select. Anyway, there you guys go. Hope you enjoy and continue building rockets and doing cool stuff. So happy 4th of July weekend. It's our nation's birthday. Celebrate, enjoy it, have fun, lots of food, family, fireworks, and whatever else you guys like to do. And for those not in the United States, thank you for watching and still enjoy the 4th of July weekend.